What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shouty, and stepping in the building, I got my fam off in this thing. A friend to the show, Freeway, Ricky Ross. What's good with it, boss?
It's all good, baby.
Hey, Freeway, you in the city making moves as always, though. I mean,
You only come here for one reason.
the money.
The money. No, they got some good people here too, though. I like the people here, man. Y'all. I mean, y'all treat me special.
Facts. The boxing,
All these black
though.
people.
The boxing, though. We here for the boxing this time.
That's why we here today.
Now, I'm talking about Kid Austin.
Yes.
These two guys you got up under your belt, and it's about to go all the way up.
Oh man, I ain't playing. No disrespect to the Mayweather.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? He the man. We already saw that.
That's right.
But I kind of took a challenge.
Ooh.
You know, I was trying to work with Floyd when I come home, and I mean, you know, we kicked it for a minute. You know,
Yeah.
we talked and you know, I told him I wanted to get into boxing, and you know, come out like, oh, you don't take nobody to the plug. And then when he said it, me being, you know, my humble self, I didn't really say much, but
Yeah.
I didn't say, motherfucker, you talking to the plug. You know, but I was trying to get to Al Heyman.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to meet Al because I want to work with the best.
That's
You know,
right.
I like working with the best. You know, I know that when you know, it was just like Michael Jordan. When he played with the Bulls, he made Scotty better.
That's right.
He made Horace better.
Facts.
You know, so I knew that if I got around somebody like a Al Heyman, it would make me better.
That's right.
You know, I could improve and learn and tighten my game up. But, you know, sometimes you can't get that type of training and or that kind of tips, you know, so then you got to do it on your own.
Talk to me about just having access to all of these people, though, Freeway, because, I mean, you maneuver in a lot of different exclusive and high echelon circles as well. So, I mean, when you're going over there to Floyd trying to pick his brain, what is that like and that whole interaction?
Well, you know, you can't. I've never been starstruck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't get starstruck. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? I don't know nobody that jump in their pants both legs at the same
Superman,
time.
exactly.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. So with me, it's always like me and your relationship. You know, you was on the radio, and you know what I'm saying. Everybody in Atlanta hearing you all over the place, but you always treated me like a man.
Exactly.
You know, you never tried to belittle me, and I didn't do you like that either. It was like, man, you just had a cool relationship.
Facts.
You know, like we two black men that respect each other's trade, and that's the way I go into any relationship. If you can't treat me like that, then I don't need to be around you.
Yeah.
You know, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hating, but you know, I'm gonna go and do my thing with some people who see eye to eye. You know, we can look each other in the face and you be like, yeah, man, you the man.
Exactly.
And I'll be like, yeah, you the man, homie.
Come on.
You know.
It's love. How about that?
Yeah.
Go where the love's at. Now, on this boxing side of things, though, with your fighters that you got on deck, I mean, what has it been like, you know, getting them trained and getting them out here and marketing them?
Well, you know, marketing is easy for me.
Okay.
You know, I love marketing. And it helps, you know, to have my notoriety as well.
Facts.
You know, to you know, I was up at a dispensary in Eureka, California. Most people never heard of Eureka, but it's way up in the mountains where the marijuana started at.
I'm with you.
And so I was up there doing a signing, and this white guy come out, a hillbilly. He was a hillbilly.
Yeah.
And he said, Rick, you know what? And I say, no, I don't know what. He said, America loves you. Because I thought it was just black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And here's this white dude way up in the mountains. Looked like he ain't had no shade and no sun and I don't know how long. And he said, man, America loves you. And I was like, wow, maybe I got to change my thinking, you know. And because I really just been like, really just focusing my message to young black men.
Yeah.
And really even missing the black women too. You know, I ain't really been hitting the black women like I probably should have.
Yeah.
But you know, the brothers just show, you know, these street dudes, man, they just showed me so much love. You know, it's like, that's my market.
Exactly.
You know? That's what I'm gonna cater to.
Exactly.
You know, and they took care of me. You know, even when I went through some of my hardest times when I got out of prison, and you saw the documentary when they took my mom's house from us. You know, that was a tough time. You know, and you know, with street cats who bought the books, bought the T-shirt. You know, dudes who don't really like wear nobody T-shirts if it ain't Louis Vuitton or Lucci and all them Italian names I can't pronounce all of them.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
So when you see that, then you start to have love for that sector. Yeah. You know, like, that's who got my back.
Facts.
That's who back I got.
Come on.
You know, we together, and I don't even see y'all.
Yeah.
You know, over here, this other side, and now I'm starting to see that that maybe I can broaden my horizon a little bit. You know, I can start thinking a little more mainstream than I had been thinking. So, you know, it's finna be ugly, man.
I mean, talk to me about that cannabis business, though, man. Stepping in that game, what was that like for you?
Well, you know, really, I was forced into cannabis.
What?
Yeah, I was kind of forced. You know, after Mom's lost her house, you know, I was homeless for a couple months.
Yeah.
You know, I did a little bit of homelessness. Not totally sleeping on the street. I wasn't like that. But I wasn't sleeping on no auntie's couch or uncle's couch. I didn't have nobody I could go to and do that.
Yeah.
But I got lucky. I had a friend that was managing some apartments, and it was a vacant one. And he was like, "Man, they don't even know it's vacant."
Yeah. Get on in there.
Get on in there. And I did.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. I went up in there for about a year and a half. You know, I stayed there, and I was able to save me a little money, and eventually got my own crib.
Yeah.
But it was tough paying, you know, selling T-shirts, paying rent. $1,500 a month rent. You know, gas money and, you know, eating and all the other stuff that you go through. And I had 2 kids at the time, 2 babies.
Yeah.
So it was a little rough, man. And so one day I just got off parole, you know, and my boy pulled up. My boy Matt pulled up from Cincinnati. He flew out from Cincinnati. He's like, "Man, they having a big weed conference out here, and it's gonna be about 50,000 people out there." And I was like, "Man, I don't want to be around no weed." I said, "Fool, don't you know I just got out from doing a life sentence for selling cocaine?" And see, I was under the influence, like, you know how they brainwash us with the media. Oh, if you start with weed, you're gonna go to cocaine and then heroin. And I was like, if I start with weed, next I'll be selling cocaine. Yeah. Because I know me, you know. I used to love selling cocaine.
My God.
I was willing to die to sell cocaine. I would kill if somebody wanted to stop me from selling cocaine. It's not bad. I want to sell cocaine. You gonna stop me from selling cocaine? Oh, you better go get your crew and bring their guns. Because it's gonna go down.
Yeah.
If you think you're gonna stop me.
My God.
So when you know and you realize that that's the way that you did it and that's how much you really cared. I mean, you know, when I was sitting in prison, I looked and I was like, man, you was risking your whole family's life with that stuff.
Yeah.
Because if I say that I never knew anybody that got killed for selling cocaine, I'd be lying.
Facts.
I done heard them going in and killing everybody in the house.
Yeah.
You know, put them in the corner and gun them down, executional style.
Yeah.
You know, so when I look back at it, I'm sitting outside. I mean, when I'm in jail and I'm sitting and I'm looking at the outside and I'm like, man, you was putting your whole family at risk.
Yeah.
You know, doing this. So when he told me to go where they selling weed, and I was like,
I ain't trying to go there.
I ain't trying to go there. You know, you don't want to really see me go there.
Exactly.
See, you like me. You want me to stay on the street. But if you take me there, you know, I can go there.
Exactly.
You know? Cause even when I look, you know, when they set me up, I hadn't been selling cocaine. I had quit.
Yeah.
But what I realized has happened is when my partner, who was an informant, started talking to me, he got into my head. And he kicked up them flames that I had
suppressed.
I suppressed them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I'm finna go into Puff Daddy's game. I'm finna go into Master P's game. I'm finna play their game this time.
That's right.
That other game, you stay over there.
Facts.
But he brought it back up. And what I realized is that I didn't bring it up unconsciously. You know, it was like I dream about selling cocaine. You know, like even right now, still, I ain't had one in about 6 months, but I had dreams, you know, where I'm selling cocaine. You know, I got the crew. We in there, we cooking. We finna get, and then the feds kick the door in. I be having them kind of dreams and nightmares, not dreams, nightmares, because you know, all the way to the point to where I'm walking back in the penitentiary and all the homies is like, "We knew you was coming back."
Damn.
Because we do it all the time. You know, I've been there, and they be like, "Oh, homie, what took you so long?" Shit. We thought you was gonna be back last year, man. What was you doing out there?
Yeah.
You was tripping. Come on back up in here with us, man. Well, here, care package.
Yeah.
You know, so when you know that it's like that,
yeah,
you gotta give it special care.
Yeah.
You know, and you gotta nurse it right. So when he told me about the weed, I was like, man. He said, man, I bet you sell a lot of books. He shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
That was enough for me.
Exactly.
I ran there, grabbed six boxes of them books. You know what I'm saying? Threw them in the trunk of his car. We was off.
Yeah.
And he didn't lie, man. I didn't even get out the car good. And they start buying them books. And now I'm looking, and they got like trash bags. You know the big black trash bags you put your trash in? And full of weed. Sitting on tables. And then they got big jars, like the big pickle jars, full of weed. I'm like, and then the police is guarding them. The same police that used to lock us up.
Forward.
Yeah, they guarding them, making sure don't nobody do nothing to them.
Yeah.
I said, hold up, man. You mean they'll allow you to sell this legally in the open? So I could put up a sign, like I ain't put my sign up yet. I'm finna put a great big sign, say Freeway Rick sells weed. Oh man, I'm having so much fun, man. But yeah, that's how I got started.
Well, answer me this though, Rick. With you already having a strong brand behind you, getting into the cannabis game, what has that been like incorporating your branding and marketing skills into it as well?
Well, they all want to work with me. They all want to work. They'll talk to me.
Yeah.
And what I found out is, with us in general, this is gonna be a tip for y'all too. Y'all pay attention to this one here. When you get an opportunity to talk to somebody, make sure you prepared.
Facts.
Because you may not get that opportunity again. So now when I go and talk to these people, I'm prepared. You know, I know what I gotta say. I know what I gotta do. But what has happened now is they've given me the technology. You know, I have the technology to grow.
Okay.
I know the lights to use. I'm building right now. I'm building a 44,000 foot grow right now. Right now.
That's crazy, Rick.
Right now, I'm building a 44,000 square foot grow. I got some pictures. I'll show you.
Go ahead and show me that.
I'll show you the pictures.
While you do that, tell me, how does it feel to be on the legal side of it, though, this go round?
Man, this feels so good. I mean, this is like a dream come true. You know, to know now that my family is going to have what I've always wanted to give them, security.
Yeah.
You know, my kids, when they get ready to go to college, they won't have to, that's my building right there.
That's hard.
I own that.
Get that easy.
At least I'm buying it. I don't own it outright.
Yeah,
I'm buying it.
exactly.
You know, but it's
your building.
It's in my name.
Exactly.
They're gonna have to have the marshals come put me out.
Come on now.
Yeah, the marshals.
Exactly.
But see, when I stayed in that apartment that I was telling you about,
that's hard.
When I stayed in that apartment, they didn't need the marshals to come put me out. The police come put you out.
Exactly.
But this one here, they're gonna have to file court papers. They're gonna have to bring the marshals out, and the judge is gonna have to say, "Hey, evict him." And until that happen, it's my building. So that's what I've been doing, man.
Can you speak to just African Americans being able to get on the legal side of cannabis now? Because see, we can easily get into the illegal side of it, but then they make it legal, and it seems like it's a little bit more difficult for folks.
They make it tough because you got to have money. Like with this building here, I got lucky that I stayed around the game.
Okay.
So I found somebody who had a lot of money and didn't know what to do with their money.
Okay.
So these dudes, they bought 3 buildings. They just come in, they gonna just suck the game up because they had all that bread.
Yeah.
But what happened is they don't know the business. They never sold weed before.
Yeah.
And they don't smoke. So you never sold it, you never smoked it. How do you think you're gonna succeed in this business? If you don't get somebody that really got your back that has been in it. And they got it, and they built their first building out, probably spent about $15 million. It's not working. So they had 2 other buildings. If the first one's not working, why are you going to spend the money to build the other one out? So they said get rid of them.
My God.
So they gave me an offer that I really couldn't afford this building. I'm really over my head.
Yeah.
I ain't going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm over my head.
I done been there.
But it was an opportunity that I must take.
I done been there.
Chop my head off, if you will.
Come on now.
But I'm going to stick it out.
Why not?
Yeah, so I took the chance, and if I finish this project, man, it's going to be monumental. We talking about 2,800 pounds every 2.5 months.
Okay, answer me this, Freeway. As a man that has been known, I'm hearing quotes and I'm seeing stories of $600 million to $1 billion worth of dope being moved, man.
A weed?
Well, beforehand, before you went in.
Oh, you talking about when I sold cocaine?
Yeah.
A year, maybe.
What was that like, dealing with that kind of money and those kinds of transactions at that time? Because like you said, you was into it deep and you was, about it. You see what I'm saying? But what was going through your mind having to handle $600 million worth of product in dollars?
Well, you get what they call immune. You know how dope fiends, they start off with little pinches of dope, but over time, they need larger quantities.
That's right.
It's the same way with sellers. So when I bought my first 8-track, I was scared to death, peeking out the window, looking around, my phone tapped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when I got to an ounce, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Then when I got to a pound, I did the same thing. Then when I got to a kilo, I was doing the same thing. Then I get to 100 kilos, now I'm immune to it, and it's like, they ain't watching me. They can't catch me.
Ooh.
I'm the slickest. I was born to sell cocaine.
When they came with the Freeway Rick Ross task force, though, man, what was that like when you got the task on your ass?
That was crazy, man. Well, that wasn't the crazy part. The real crazy part when I found out they was thugs. That they would lie on search warrants. That they would beat your ass while you was handcuffed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put their knee in your back and your neck and your head and put the boots on your head. And I mean, they was rough, man. When I saw that, it was like a whole new game. Now you dealing with a police gang, not a police. Like they might say, oh, well, all of them ain't bad. No, all of them ain't bad, but them bad ones run together.
Yeah.
They run in packs. So if you got one bad one, you might have 50.
When you said of stories of people that died behind cocaine, how did that impact you when you saw people dying during that time? And did you ever feel for your life and say, you know what, this just ain't the game for me? Or like you said, was you just about dying for it?
Well, for a while, it was supposed to have been a kidnapping thing out for me. Mm-hmm. People were saying that a bunch of the lower level drug dealers was getting together and they was gonna put a bounty out on my head because I was running the prices down, and they were gonna put a bounty out on my head. So I started wearing a bulletproof vest and so forth. But other than that, I mean, I almost got kidnapped one time.
Talk to me about before the kidnapping. the mind state and the paranoia you had to deal with at that time?
Well, I wasn't really paranoid in the beginning. You know, it wasn't like, you know, in our neighborhood, people get killed all the time.
Yeah.
You know, that's a way of life. You
Yeah.
know, people get killed. I know first time what was that? I saw a guy get killed over $1. You know, but it wasn't, the guy said it wasn't $1 that he killed him for, it was the principle. You know, that he was trying to beat him and then got tough.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, dying was something that, you know, we're going to see people get killed in L.A. all the time. You know, it's nothing new. So I wasn't really afraid because in L.A., you could just be walking down the street and somebody would pull up and shoot you. So I wasn't really paranoid about getting killed. I was more paranoid about the crooked cops.
Damn.
Because they had a different type of authority to kill.
Yeah.
You know, they could kill and be justified. You know, most of the brothers in the street, if they kill you, they're going to try to duck and do it. And, you know, but here these cops could pull up, you know, broad daylight, handcuff you, take you away, and do whatever they want to do. So they more frightened me than anything else. I was never really worried about. And then, you know, I had this little thing that I used to do where people who didn't know me didn't recognize me. I mean, even right now, people still don't recognize me, you know, because you know, I don't fit the normal drug dealer image, you know. Like, I like wearing old clothes, you know. I like dressing down. You know, I don't wear jewelry purposely. You know, I purposely don't want any gold on me. You know, I don't want people to know how much money I got. You know, I would rather have money and look like I don't than to look like I have money and be broke.
Come on now.
So that's the image that I always pursued.
When them folks tried to kidnap you, how did that impact you? And did you realize then that it was real?
Well, yeah, it did. It did. It let me know that there was people out there that knew who I was. You know, because I was under the impression, nobody really know me. You know, I'm just a little small drug dealer. I might have $100,000, $200,000. It ain't no money, you know, really. But what I realized is that when I had $200,000, somebody in my neighborhood who had a great job was making $250 a week.
Yeah.
So they would never save $100,000.
Yeah.
You know, a house in my neighborhood at that time was $40,000, $50,000. You know.
Yeah.
And now that same house would cost you $700,000. So it woke me up to the fact that I had to be more cautious about how I moved, and that I could no longer believe that nobody knew that I had money.
Now, I'm going to jump around a little bit, Rick. Looking for Game podcast, man. I thoroughly enjoy that as well. I mean, talk to me about getting your podcast on, though, Rick.
Man, that came from Echo. Echo came up with that idea, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Echo. He ain't here with me today, but he's still on the team. Me and him just left. What we do? Sacramento, Stockton, Oakland, San Francisco, and Eureka. Me and Echo did that last week. But yeah, Echo was like, man, why don't you start doing interviews with other people and have them to talk about the ways that they became successful.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of one of my favorite books. And that's really probably where he got the idea from, because, you know, I make all my workers read my 3 favorite books. That's mandatory.
What are they?
Think and Grow Rich,
Facts.
Napoleon Hill,
Yeah.
Richest Man in Babylon,
That's right.
George Classy, and As a Man Think or As a Woman Think by James Allen. Those are my 3 favorites.
I concur, sir. I'm with you on that.
And you read those?
I ride to those books in my car, man. I listen to the audio books As a Man Think of. Every time my mind starts to go left, I pop in As a Man Think of, and it get me right back on track.
Right back
every
on track.
time.
I used to read those in the prison when I would wake up and I'd be having a bad day.
Yeah.
I just pop one of those books open and just go to reading it. And then, you know, when you read those stories will give you examples of other people who went through things maybe even worse than what you went through.
Facts. When you think about your story and the things that you went through, you know, some people say that Snowfall, the television show, is a splitting image of it. What are your thoughts on that?
They right. Yeah, you know, John, crook.
Oh,
He's a crook.
my God.
Yeah, he bought my first book, and you know, John, man, I hate that, you know, and I hate to say anything bad about anybody, but you know, the dude was dirty, man.
Yeah.
He was helping me write my script, and we wanted him to be the director, and all of a sudden he disappeared. And then next thing we know, he's in the paper talking about Snowfall coming soon. And if you go look on his page, you know, me and him, he has a picture of me and him holding the book, and he's talking about how it was a great story and Snowfall coming soon. Had I been a social media guru, I would already knew that he was planning on knocking me off. So yeah, they definitely knocked my story.
What is that like when you watch that show and you see them running off on the plug?
I don't watch that shit, man.
No.
That thing is a cartoon, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, and people tried to, lawyers, you know, tried to get me to do the lawsuit. But what I didn't really want to. I mean, I will if the lawyers, you know, do all the work. But you know, just like I went through the lawsuit with the rapper, lawyers told me that I had to do no money, had to put no money up or nothing, and you know, I wound up spending quite a bit of my own cash, you know, to fight that. And then at the end of the day, we lost, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to go through that right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing well. You know, my life is going good. Do I want to take this good money that I'm making and throw it behind something that may not even win?
Yeah.
You know, and how is that going to affect you? So right now, I just been like letting it slide, man, and just keep on pushing with my day-to-day.
People like Harry O, he's free now. Have you had a chance to touch bases with him?
No, me and Harry ain't talked yet. I don't know. Something I said on Vlad TV about him or something. I don't know what it is, but something they say I said on Vlad, and you know, he don't want to talk to me.
Damn. You ain't reached out and said, "Hey man, my bad. What the hell?" Or was it just something terrible that you said?
I tried to.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to. But at the end of the day, you know, that's all I can do.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't kissing no ass. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't need nothing from nobody. You know. You know, and when whatever I said on there, I was trying to up him.
Yeah.
You know, because Harry's never done anything to me.
Yeah.
You know, but helped me. He did help me.
That's
you know,
right.
when I went to prison, he gave me a lot of pointers. So I have nothing bad to say about Harry. Brilliant dude. I know he's gonna do some great things. You
That's
know.
right.
But I am too.
Big old facts. Big old facts. When we think about those great things, man, as far as your story, what are you doing with it though, Freeway? I mean, when we gonna get this damn movie and the TV show?
It gotta be right, man. You know, I met with the biggest dudes in Hollywood: Ori Emanuel, Michael Linton, Jeff Bird, Spencer Boomer. I mean, they wasn't talking right, man. You know, they was trying to treat me like a tap dancing Negro. You know, and I will tap dance to my own music.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come
but
on.
I ain't gonna tap dance to yours unless I want to.
Come on. And it better be jamming. You see what I'm saying?
So they told me some shit like, if we do your movie, we might let you come on the set.
What?
And I said, you might let me come on the set? I said, right now, you can't stop me from doing whatever I want to do with my movie. And you know what? That's what I'm going to do, whatever I want to do with it.
Okay, now, Freeway, because you just pissed me off with that. First of all, we already know you got $1 million story, okay?
No. $1 billion story.
Excuse me, and I agree with that too. Okay, I agree with that too.
My story gonna break the box office. I guarantee you. I guarantee you right now. You live right here. This is the first time I probably said this in my life, you know, publicly.
Yeah.
my movie gonna do $1 billion at the box office. If it don't, I might cry. I'm gonna be disappointed.
Well, the bottom line is, if you could do 600 million in these streets to $1 billion in the streets, I mean, I don't see why you can't do it in the box office as well. It only makes sense to me.
And they already primed it. See the way they promoted my story.
Yeah.
See when they was taking me to court, and they were slandering me. Nobody never knew that the stuff that they was saying about me in the newspaper was gonna become fly. You know, the stuff that they said about me in the newspaper now is what all the rappers are talking about.
Come on now.
Trapping, making money, you know what I'm saying?
Metric tons.
The difference is now they never mentioned me doing no violence in there because I didn't believe in violence, huh?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna kill you less than I had to.
Come on.
You if I killed you, you made me do it. I had no choice around it.
Exactly.
So what they did is when they did all that, and they made me famous.
Yeah.
Because they told them, oh, this the one right here. He the problem.
Yeah.
But they didn't know with black people understand why you sell cocaine.
Come on.
They can relate
Come on.
to selling cocaine. Because even the ones who don't sell cocaine might say, I wish I did. I'm telling you the truth. I'm keeping it 100 with you.
My God.
I'm keeping it 100 with you because when they start hearing it, they see that money, they want that money.
Yeah.
Man, I like that money.
Until them doggone issues come with that thing. Answer me this though.
But most of them don't look at the issues.
Yeah.
They only look at it one way like I did.
Being a man that survived both sides though, man. The streets and the prison system. What was that like on the other side of the game? After you done got to the point where you dealing with hundreds of millions of dollars, now they got you.
And you ain't got nothing. You spent $300 a month.
Shit.
Hell. And then you get a little mattress about that thick. So you sleeping on a steel with a little thin piece of paper thin mattress. It's an adjustment.
Yeah.
It's an adjustment. But you know, black people are relentless. Resilient. Is it resilient? Resilient? Yeah. We're resilient.
Yeah.
You know, I think they say it's gonna be if an atom bomb drop, they say it's gonna be roaches and black people.
They ain't lie though.
So you know, we survivors.
Yeah.
And we adjust.
How did you survive?
Well, you know, going to prison was my first few months was tough. You know, because I had never been confined before, and I'd always been used to doing whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, whatever I want to do, I do it. So now you're in an environment where you can't do what you want to do. You can only take a shower when they permit you. You don't turn the lights off when they permit you. Turn them on when. It took some adjusting.
Yeah.
So about 6 months after I was there, I adjusted, and somebody had handed me a Malcolm X book. You know, and I read it, and I saw myself in there. I was like, oh man, this damn dude Malcolm X remind me of myself.
Yeah.
At least that's what I thought. And I said, you know what? Why don't you try some of the things that he did?
Yeah.
And see how they work. You tried all that foolishness that all them dudes on the street was showing you, you know, how to carry a gun and how to shoot somebody, how to sell cocaine. I said, why don't you try some of the stuff that he said that worked for him? And that's pretty much what I did, man. And my jail time got really easy. It got to the point to where I didn't have enough time in the day. You know, my days wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
Where some people be like, I sure wish this day was over. I was like, man, I wish I had a little more time before they turn the lights out.
Yeah.
I ain't finished with this book.
Exactly.
You know, so that's how I dealt with it.
When you touch back down, the people before that you knew and all of the circles that you was in, reuniting and connecting with these folks when you came back out, what were some of the major differences that you saw in people? Folks that might have been peons before you went in, they the man now. Folks that was the man back then ain't the man no more. And people that just kept it real and trill the whole time.
Well, you know, I didn't really mess with many of the people that I used to mess with when I was in the game.
Okay.
You know, most of them was dead, and some had started using drugs, and some was in jail. So I really didn't mess with many of them. I started a whole new friendship.
Okay.
You know, building new friends. You know, that's why you look at my phone. I got like 14,000 phone numbers because I give my number out.
Yeah.
You know, I believe that your net worth is only as big as your network.
Facts.
So, you know, I do a lot of networking.
I'm with you.
But one of the biggest difference I noticed about coming home is that everybody was faking. Everybody's rich.
Talk to me.
Everybody's smart. And I was like, it can't be this way. Everybody can't be this. And, you know, I found out about the shake it till you make it. I mean, fake it till you make it. And I don't want to be a part of faking. You know, I want to make it.
What was it like navigating those people that you would think that you should be able to build a relationship with and network with, and then find out that they was faking it behind closed doors, or they might not have had the authority or the power that they presented?
Oh, man. I was telling my boy the other day, man, people done took me out on dinners that might have cost $800-900 just for the dinner. I'm talking about food all over the table. All bullshit.
Damn.
All they was doing was bullshitting the whole time. I'm like, man, you could have gave me that $800 and we could have went sit on the park bench and you just bullshitted me the whole day.
Exactly.
You know, I would have gave you the whole day.
Come on.
So you know, we run into so many people that don't keep it real, that is crazy. But you know, that's just part of business. You know.
But then also, is it a case of that $800 dinner was them picking the hell out of your brain?
It was, but they could have did that without. You know, they could have put some of that in my pocket. We left food on the table and everything.
So now, back to the Looking for Game podcast, you had a chance to chop it up with Jay Prince and Jane Elliott. What was it like just being able to, you know, talk to those people and trade ideas with them as well?
Jane Elliott was off the chain, man.
Yeah.
I love my interview with her, you know, the way she breaks down this system of racism, you know, to a whole nother level. It was just like bananas. And, you know, with Jay the man, you know, I knew Jay from back in the days. Me and Jay been knowing each other for 30 years, maybe a little longer. So I've been knowing Jay for a while, and some of the things that he's been able to accomplish, you know, in his lifetime is just amazing, you know. Even in boxing right now, you know, Jay is killing boxing right now.
Damn.
So to get him on my podcast was definitely an honor, and he can come back whenever he get ready.
Come on now. I mean, we got love for Jay in this thing too. But Freeway, you taking it further than just the podcast though, man.
Yeah. I started my own stream. I started with the podcast, and now I got my own streaming channel where what I'll be doing is eventually my channel is gonna become like a Netflix, or Showtime, something like that. There where we'll be having content from other what do they call it? Influencers?
Yeah.
You know, where they'll come on there and do their shows, and eventually I plan on even being able to help pay for their production. You know, where the shows will be like really, really nice, where it looks like a real, like the fight that we finna do. This fight's finna look like ESPN.
Ooh. Talk to me.
I got an ESPN producer producing the show.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah. So this fight is gonna look like an ESPN show when they see it.
Exactly. What is it that made you go back into the media too? Because I mean, you got your iron in the cannabis fire, but then you're also in this media fire at the same time, man. So I mean, what has it been like navigating the media side of things as well?
Well, you know, the media is easy. They always looking for a good story.
Yeah.
So you know, guys come up to you all the time and they trying to figure out how they can get stories done. But what you have to do is you have to do all the work for them. The more work you do for them, the faster they are to jump to what you're trying to do. So, you know, I just find a good angle and do something and then call them up and they jump right on it.
Answer me this, Rick. Does money excite you anymore?
Nah, I don't really do what I do for money. You know, we need money without question. You know, you ain't going to the gas station, you ain't got no money. They're gonna cut all them credit cards off like mine. They're gonna all be cut off.
Come on.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, money is not the goal. You know, money is only a tool to help you get the things that you need to accomplish your goals. And that's pretty much what I use money for. I don't use money to make myself bigger than everybody around me.
Yeah.
Like so many people, you know, they use money to say, my bank bigger than yours. You know, you ain't got nothing, I got everything. But I don't need anybody else to be doing bad for me to do good.
Exactly. Back to the boxing. I mean, you got a chance to hot box with that boy or that man, Mike Tyson. What was that like, man?
I love Mike, man. Mike is he's a genuine dude, man. Mike got love, great spirit, you know. Man, he's just Mike Tyson, man. You know, what can I say with them big hands, you know? But he can still probably knock you out, man. I looked at them hands, man.
Yeah.
His fist was about big as both of mine put together. So they're like, Mike, don't hit me, Mike. Whatever you do, don't hit me, Mike.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Mike was super cool, man. He smoked my whole team out.
Yeah.
You know, he gave him so much weed that they didn't smoke for a couple of days after that.
Answer me this though, Rick. Out of all of the people that you meet and network with since you've been back out here on these streets, who have been the people that have showed you love and kept it real?
Well, you know, at different times, it's been so many people, man, that I've gotten love from. Oh wow. Ooh, that's a tough one. I couldn't pick nobody, man.
Yeah.
That. I mean, I get love everywhere I go, man. You know, like I just went over to Soul Vegetarian in the West End and love, you know.
Thanks.
They made my plate with love. You know, I could tell.
Yeah.
Put extra food on there, fatten that thing. That thing was fat. I didn't eat it all. They put so much on there. So, you know, those are the things that you can tell somebody who, and sometimes those are the things that really mean the most, you know, when it's somebody who don't have a lot of money, struggling, but they take the time out to do something for you.
Thanks.
When that happens, you know that you've been loved.
Surviving COVID-19, what was that like last year when it got real in the field all the way up until now, Rick?
Well, you know, I got lucky, man. I had hooked up with a doctor from here, Leslie Ray Matthews, who used to run Grady Memorial Hospital, Emergency Trauma Center. He ran that.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all got.
They saved my grandma's life down there at Grady.
Y'all got here in Atlanta, y'all got a dude who could be a gift to mankind.
Yeah.
This guy has probably did more surgeries on humans than anybody alive. And he put me up on the vitamin D3. He said, man, all you gotta do is take them vitamin D3s and some zinc. He said, coronavirus can't do nothing with that. And man, I went back home and I spread the word to all my guys, and none of us caught it out of about 30, 40 people.
That's good.
You know, and one of my guys, everybody in his business caught it except him.
Shit. What was going through your mind when the riots was taking place last year and it was getting real in the field too?
Well, you know, I was still quarantining. You know, I wasn't coming out the house at all. I stayed in the house like I went in around when I went in February.
Yeah.
So I stayed in from February to maybe August.
I don't blame you.
I wasn't coming out. We wouldn't stop because we saw it coming. You know, we saw it coming before they really started promoting it. You know, so we went and did our shopping. You know, they would have called us harvesting if we'd harboring.
Yeah.
If we'd have did it during the pandemic, but we did it before the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it wasn't called hoarding.
Yeah.
But we just bought so much groceries. We just bought an extra refrigerator. We stocked that up, so we had plenty of food. And you know, we just sit back, man, and watch the news, and you know, I did my lives, and and chat with people, and just make plans for what I wanted my future to be like.
When you think about your future now, Freeway, where we about to take it, man?
Man, my future look bright. You know, I could just draw like a small picture. Just imagine a guy 11 and a half years ago wake up one morning, he got $5 and no gas in his car, and the only thing that he has to get some money is some T-shirts. And now you take that same guy, and he is so knowledgeable in the cannabis business that they are now sending for him to come to New York to advise on the cannabis business. So, that's where I come from, from not having anything to having 2 brands right now on shelves with 2 brands in the work.
Talk to me about...
And numerous rappers, too. As a matter of fact, I got 2 rappers here.
Talk to me.
Cody Shang.
Yeah? What up, though, Cody? Yeah,
Cody Shang. I'm helping her start her brand.
Okay.
We already have a deal. And also Duke Deuce.
Duke Deuce in that thing, too?
Yeah, Duke Deuce is in the cannabis business, man.
My God.
He already got his packages done. We finna put it in and put flowers in them bags.
That's right.
And Duke in business, and then right after we do him, we're gonna go straight to Cody.
That's hard. Freeway, Rick Ross. Talk to me about, like you said, the resiliency. How is it, and what is it in you that allows you to start from scratch and build empires? And what does a person need to possess in order to do that themselves?
Well, I think one of the things that really scares me about as rich as I'm finna be, that I ain't gonna be able to struggle no more. The times when I had to carry boxes of books down the street and sleep in the car.
Yeah.
Sneak in a hotel room and how they had a buffet breakfast and eat when you ain't supposed to be eating because you ain't even stay in a hotel. You stayed in a parking lot. That don't count.
Exactly.
So when you see yourself coming from there, and now like, I ain't gonna never be able to do that again.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never be able to start from nothing again in life because now you're so grained in the industry and you doing so well with it that you just can't go back to that same place of want and hunger. I believe want and hunger is good.
Yeah.
To motivate you to stretch out and do what it is that you want to do.
But for you to be able to do it in a legal way and climb out of those holes in a legal way this go round, though, Rick, what was it that was going through your mind that allowed you to be able to do that? Because a lot of people are in that same position right now, and they thinking, you know what, I want to give up. I want to, bury it in drugs. I just don't know. I want to bust somebody over their head, take something from somebody. I want to sell some drugs, or I want to do some drugs to get through this time.
Well, the richest man in Babylon, he tell you that a man's wealth is not in his wallet. Mm-hmm. So you hit him over the head, you might get some money out of there, his credit cards and whatnot, but you ain't really getting no real money because the real money is in his bank account.
Yeah.
Or stashed somewhere. So when you look at it like that there, to hit somebody over the head over their wallet is foolishness. There's so many other opportunities out here, but with these other opportunities, sometimes you have to even pay to get those opportunities, and most people are not prepared to do that.
Break down the paying for the game part, though, because the game is to be sold, not told.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing wrong with paying for game. Paying for game is what I believe should take place anywhere. Why would you want to have to go 5 or 10 years? With me, time is more valuable than money.
Yeah.
Money we can always accumulate. Time we're running out of.
My God. Oh, no, I'm with you on that. Now, lastly, Freeway, how can these folks contact you? I'm trying to make sure I done went over everything I needed to hit today.
Well, you need to hit the Millionaires Club. That's what you need. See, I started a Millionaire Club for all y'all out there who want to be millionaires, but you don't know how to do it. Well, your Uncle Rick, he going to teach you how to do it. So you can go to my website or go on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, one of them, and look for the Millionaire Club, Rick Ross Millionaire Club. I'm going to help you out. So
give me a tidbit of that game before you get up out of here, Rick, on that Millionaires Club, man.
Well, what our goal is that I wanted to form a group of 250 people where we would all pool our resources together and share our resources and just use them for the group.
I can dig it. One other question. When you got the president and then the governor and everybody in the task talking about you in the news before everything went crazy, what was that experience like, too, when you got the highest echelon of government on your ass?
Amazed. But, you know, when I went into the dope game, I went in there to make a name. And that's what I did. I made a name for myself.
I know. You ain't never lying. Now, you good. Freeway, as always, man. Thank you for coming through this thing, boss.
You already know.
Wish you nothing but the best of much success.
If I come to town, you know, I'm going to come see my boy.
Every time, man. I'm here for it.
And I told you I want you to help me find them artists, too. I need some artists.
Hey, Freeway Rick Ross is looking for some artists to sign. If y'all got the game, then y'all need to holler at them. How they need to contact you, though, about that?
They can get me on Instagram. Freeway Ricky on Instagram and Freeway Rick Ross on Facebook. Also, you know, we got the new website, freeway.live. Also got LA Kingpins, cannabis and Freeway Cannabis. And you also, you know, if you want to buy my book, you can go to freewayrickyross.com. Shirts, books, everything is right there. I try to make it easy for you. Might not be as easy as it should be, but it's better than it used to be.
Come on now, Behind Radio, shout it. Freeway Rick Ross, we up out of this thing. Holla.